guys, and welcome back to another video. I hope that you are doing amazing. Today we're going to be doing a super simple and quick everyday 10 to 15 minute look for going to work, getting on a Zoom call, for the busy mothers out there, anyone who just is looking for a simple routine, easy products to be able to use to just enhance the natural look. So we have some new products here, we have some older products. I have the new Merit bronzer and the new Merit brow gel. We have my tried and true NARS pot concealer and a few more products. So enough babbling. If you would like to see what products I use and going from this to the final look, well then just keep on watching. Hair is up and out of the way and we are ready to just dive on in. So for the everyday look, I tend to go for more sheer products, things that allow my skin to still peek through but gives a little bit of definition or a flush of color or some dew. So all the products that I'll be using are either very dewy, radiant, natural finish, nothing too full coverage, nothing too opaque or pigmented. I just want something that is a nice wash of makeup. So in that, we're gonna jump on into the first product, and that is going to be my moisturizer slash primer. I love this stuff so much, and this is going to be the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. Now this one is not cheap. It is $69, but this is by far the most absolutely dewy moisturizing skin cream I have ever literally tried on my face. It's described as a rich cream that feeds the skin with plumping hydration and antioxidant packed Japanese purple rice for a dewy, healthy glow. It targets normal and dry skin and also dryness, dullness, and uneven texture, as well as a loss of firmness and elasticity. I have been using this for so long and I am such a huge fan of it. This is what it looks like inside. First of all, packaging is also A1. I love Tatcha skincare. Like I said, they are kind of like a luxury brand, a bit more on the high-end side, but such a good product. So I love to just put this all over the face for that nice glowy and dewy base to then be able to apply products over that after. Now I have been reusing my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and this is just honestly so perfect for the everyday. I love to use a brush or my finger to just really blend that into the under eye area. It is a full coverage oil-free concealer that conceals and blurs imperfections with a soft matte natural looking finish. Like I mentioned, it is full coverage, it has a matte finish, and its formulation is a cream. And this one targets all skin types, so if you have normal, dry, combination, or oily, you can use this. I have these in about 3 different shades, one for the under eye and another is my actual skin color to just be able to spot conceal. Since I don't really have much scarring, I don't really necessarily need to do that much, but as you can see, when I do have those little marks, this concealer is so good to be able to use to spot conceal. But I've really been enjoying it underneath the eye to really just cover up that darkness right on into this area. So I love to just go in straight off the bat with concealer. Now this everyday routine does not include a foundation because on a day-to-day basis I don't actually use foundation. Like I mentioned, me specifically, for my skin, I don't feel like I necessarily need foundation, so I always skip on and just go straight into concealer and everything else. But if you do need or want to use foundation, then you can always put that under or even after you put concealer. Moving on to the next product, we have my newest item, and this one I've been using recently and have really been enjoying it. It is a bit more sheer than what I typically go to, but for the everyday simple look like the one that I am showing you guys, I think it is perfect. And that is going to be the Merit Bronze Balm Sheer Sculpting Bronzer. Now this is what it looks like. Packaging is stunning as always with Merit. What I love most about this product, besides the actual product itself, is the shape of this stick. So as you can see, it has an oval shape, which just makes the placement on the face a lot easier and the distribution of the product. So this is what it looks like. You can push it up this way, push it down on this way. I have it in the color Siene, and I do think that I will be picking up the next shade so that I can have something a little bit darker, but I think this would be a great winter color. Now, if you purchase anything on the Merit website over $40, they give you a signature bag, which is so cute. I got one in my last box and it was the cutest little bag ever because you can use it for like travel or anything like that, to just throw in your makeup essential if you're going to work, anything like that. Such a cute little bag. And I have quite a few Merit products because I think they're so good for every day. What I love is that they are sheer, but they show up. They have a natural glowy finish, which I think is just such a beautiful feature to be able to add into your everyday look. So I have quite a few of those products, but I am going to be going with this one first. If you want to shop any of these items, feel free to see the link down below and explore, because when I tell you that this brand is so underrated, but I love their products, like packaging, let's be real. And also, like I said, I think it literally is made perfectly for the everyday gal looking for minimal, chic makeup to use on a daily basis. So if you haven't tried Merit Beauty, if you haven't tried these items that I'm about to use, see how they apply on the skin and feel free to check it out. I will be listing down that link down below. The next product that I'll go into right after bronzer is going to be my blush, and for this one we're going to be using the Merit Flush Balm Cream Blush, and this one also has a radiant finish. I have used this in a previous video and really was shocked with the finish because it's so luminous and so glowy and dewy, which I absolutely love. It's described as a foolproof flexible balm that deposits a creamy, transparent veil of color to let your skin show through. And like I mentioned with the bronzer, that's one of the things that Merit prides itself in not necessarily covering up your natural beauty, but rather enhancing it, adding some radiance to it, and all products are either sheer or have that natural glow. Now, the powder that I've been enjoying the absolute most lately is going to be the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in the shade Translucent. Now, I've had this powder in my collection for quite a while, but I hadn't used it, I would probably say, for maybe a year or so. But I was watching Juicy Jazz here on YouTube, and I believe she mentioned a Wet n Wild powder, and I was just like, you know what? I think I have that in my collection. So I took it out maybe about 2 weeks ago, used it, and I have been loving it. When I tell you, it gives you the smoothest blurred out base. Like, I don't know how they did it, I don't know what they did, but this is just absolute perfection. I like using it for an everyday. I like using it for a full glam. I love using it with full coverage, medium coverage. I just think it is such a beautiful powder to be able to use, and it's also extremely inexpensive. You get quite a lot of product in it. So I will be going in with this powder to just make sure that I am setting that concealer, setting down everything else that I have, but really just the areas that I get a bit oily, which is going to be the T-zone area, this area right here, because Lord knows that as the hours go on by, my face just starts to get a little oilier and a little oilier and a bit oilier. So I typically always powder this, but I like to leave the rest of my face looking nice and natural and dewy. Now, once I have set everything, I love to go in with a dewy and glowy highlighter. And for that, we are going to be using another Merit product, and this is their Day Glow Dewy Highlighter Balm. This one is in the shade Citrine, which is actually one of their newest color. I have used this also in a previous video and was completely blown away. I love products like this. I think that they are so beautiful for adding, just bringing back that dew back into your skin, especially after you have powdered. Now, this is described as a sheer, so here we go, hearing that sheer word again, lightweight moisturizing highlighter made for daytime wear that visibly illuminates your skin for a dewy glow with zero sparkle. And that they are absolutely right about. There's no glitter, there is no sparkle. It's just a beautiful, intense dew that you can just place on the tops of the cheekbone or wherever you want to bring back a natural, radiant, dewy finish over top. For the everyday, I typically don't really do much to the eyes. Now what I do like to do is either create a wing with a dark brown or a black eyeliner or eyeshadow, or what I've been enjoying a lot lately is just putting a deeper wash of color over the lid. So today we're going to be using the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick eyeshadows, and I have two colors here just because I don't know which one I want to go for. One is Forbidden Rose and the other is Cocoa. Now I have been using these two a ton. This one is so beautiful all over the lid to create like a nice smoky eye. So honestly, this one is like when I'm feeling a little bit more dramatic, and this one is a beautiful copper rose color, which I think looks absolutely stunning. I love to just take this lately and just start all across the lid, and then just with a clean blending brush blending it out, and honestly calling it a day. That is all that I have been doing over the eye. It's so easy, it's so simple. Throwing on some mascara, and then it looks like you did the absolute most because it looks so nice and dramatic, but these are so easy to use. So for today's tutorial, I am going to be using one of these two, if not both, to just put over the eye and make sure that we smoke it out. One thing that I like to do is go in with the bronzer as a transition shade if I do want to just tie in that color into the eye and just mix it in while I'm blending it out. For mascara, I've been obsessed with the e.l.f. Big Mood. Literally, I think this is like my third bottle that I have used because the other two have completely dried out and I'm like done with them. I love it so much. The only thing, now I must say this is what the brush looks like, which I really love. The only thing that I must say is that throughout the day, it does end up like, it is not an intense crumble, but it does tend to like fall on the face throughout the day. So I'm always like super mindful of that to just make sure that I'm like wiping it away. But I love the volume that this gives. I love the length that it gives. And as you can see, my lashes are super thin, as is the rest of the hair on my face. My brows are pretty much that way too. So I like a product that really like intensifies it. And I don't wear lashes as is, but especially not on a daily. So I love mascaras that are able to have this effect on it. So this is the mascara that I have been using lately and truly loving. Now before we finish off with the lips, I am gonna go into a new product. Now this specific product is new to my routine, but the product type is not. I have been loving going in with a brow gel to just comb the hairs in the direction that I want them to. So that is typically up. My natural brows go down, so I definitely need a brow gel that has a good hold to just be able to pull them up. And I typically also like to have something that just has some pigment to it. So when I saw this volumizing pomade from Merit, I was entirely intrigued by it because it is a combo of both a gel and a pomade, which will add some color to the brows while also holding them up. I have the color Black Brown. So I am just gonna comb this through the brows, and then honestly, for the most part, I would just leave it at that. Other times I'd probably go in with a marker pen and just fill in some sparseness, but for the everyday, I just wanna make sure that the brows are going up. And to finish off for the lips, the combination has literally been a lip liner and a lip gloss. So the color that I'll be using today is going to be the Huda Beauty Lip Contour in the color Sandy Beige. This is a great neutral lip liner for me, and I personally love it. Sometimes I'll just put it all over the lip, but I really have been enjoying just topping it off with a lip gloss. Now the lip gloss that I'm going to be using is from ColourPop, and it is in the color Wildflower Honey. I love this one, and it's so funny because you look at it and it looks so rich, so intense, like it's gonna be super bold, but it adds just the most beautiful wash of color to the lip that is perfect for the everyday. Sometimes I'll pick a bold color, other times I'll pick a neutral, but for the most part, this is the combo that I go for the everydays. Alrighty guys, now this is the final look. Funny story, I actually had to film this look twice because the first time that I was filming, the camera decided to stop recording halfway. So we did this look 2 times back to back, and I love it so much. It's super simple, super easy for an everyday use. Like I mentioned, probably takes tops 15 minutes to do, obviously when you're not recording and doing something else, but it's such a simple, beautiful look. It's neutral, but yet just has a little touch to it. I love honestly, the eyes, I think that's something that I have been really enjoying a lot lately. Just like one color on the eye, letting it wash out. It just looks so pretty, and it looks like you put so much more effort than you actually really did. I really enjoy the cream products from Merit underneath. Now, I love to always set with powder, and then also, as you saw in the video, I did go over with some powdered bronzer and blush on top just to like emphasize it a little more. But I loved how that looked beneath. I think it'll look so beautiful for, I mean, we are approaching fall time, but for the summer vacation, and even just for a beautiful, easy look. I enjoyed the blush. Absolutely obsessed with the highlighter, like I've mentioned probably in like a ton of my videos. I am a sucker for products like this that just add that beautiful sweaty dew-like look to it. And yeah, liking the brows. They are a little deep for me. The color is a little dark. I would prefer something a little lighter, but they have other color options. And since this is a pomade, you are really getting some color and pigment to the brows. So I am enjoying that. But yes, that concludes this video. I hope that you guys found it helpful and that it encourages you to go through your makeup stash, take out some products and just use them. Give yourself 10-15 minutes if that's all you have, and just focus on those features and the processes in makeup that you just absolutely love and enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing week, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.